Ooh, what's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer, and for this one, we have something a little bit special. This is going to be a run that was requested by a commenter. I'm going to throw their comment up on the screen because it was such a awesome run suggestion that I just had to do it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, this is just so sick. It sounds fun. I don't know if it's going to be a challenge run. I guess we'll have to see how it unfolds. It seems fairly straightforward, but it just puts the whole run building experience into a whole new light that I've never experienced before. So the gist of it is it's like a realistic inventory challenge. So you know, like a standard adventurer's inventory, you're going to have a sword, you're going to have a shield, maybe you're going to have a cloak, you're going to have rings, you're going to have boots, you're going to have a bow, you're going to have all these things, but you're not going to have more than one of them because it would be redundant, right? Maybe more than one dagger, but we're still going to stick to the one rule here. So you can only have one of these at a time. So as my inventory fills up with different adventure items, if I find a sword that I like, I can take that sword. However, if I find a sword later on that I also like, well, I'm not going to carry two swords on me, so I'm going to drop one of the swords I have, or the sword I have, and take that new one instead and leave the old one behind. And I can only have one of each item at a time. And I suppose if we're going to do something like that, we can play an adventure archetype skull as well. So let's try and stick to that. Like, we have mage skulls, we have sword skulls, bow skulls, thief skulls, but you know, there are some wacky skulls in this game, like living armor, that can be off limits, stuff like that, you know. Let's try and keep it very adventure themed, like we're one of the mini bosses. We're one of the adventurers going on our journey, and that's kind of the vibe I want to give off with this run. I'm very excited to do this. It's very cool. And like I said, props to the commenter, who is Benito, who is actually not just a random commenter. That is one of the wiki people. I always like to shout out the wiki people. And just people, he's a very good member of this community that we have going in the Skul community as a whole. So shout outs to Benito. You're awesome. Keep up the good work. And thank you for the suggestion. It's very good. And I'm very excited to do it. So let's see how this goes. There's obviously a lot of very, I'm trying to think of the right word here. There's a lot of items that we can pick from like the basic pool of items that fit the theme of this run build, like the Carleon sword, the Carleon staff, the bow, the armor. So we're not going to have too much trouble finding items at the start, but as we get further into the game, we might have a little trouble finding items. We'll see. There's a lot of wacky items in this game that don't necessarily fit the adventurer archetype. Like this right here, by the way, mummy. Mummy's not an adventurer archetype, so we can't bring the mummy. Just little things like that. Little things, like little rules that you have to abide by that really make the run pop, really make it interesting. And that's just the entire goal of this run here. Like I said, I just can't get over enough how good of a suggestion it is. I don't know if it's a challenge run, but it's still just a cool run nonetheless. Let's see what this guy has to offer me. Though maybe I should be a little hesitant freeing him and using him right now. That is a dagger. We can pick that up. So now we have the assassin dagger. It's not really all that helpful because we're playing a balanced skull right now. Also, we did get an extra door, I believe, here. So we're going to go into the first shop with a decent amount of money. So that's always a good thing. Yeah, like the assassin dagger is probably not going to be my permanent dagger choice. If I even bring a dagger along, because I only have 9 inventory slots. You know, I want to keep things interesting, so I might not even bring it at all. We'll see. The world is my oyster right now. There's so many items that I have in my mind that I can choose for this run that I can't even think of all of them. So, Stone Monkey's not an adventure archetype. We're not going to bring him. There, once again, is... We don't have a sword yet, so we could technically pick this up. Also, we should technically get rid of... Insignia is fine, but this is not an adventurer archetype item, so we'll get rid of that just for... oh, and also, like it said in the comment, quintessences are, like, A-okay. I do want to talk to this guy real quick. I never talked to him. My age has been a while since I can. I need to get some lore knowledge here. So I should be doing this off screen. I'm just interested in talking to him. One more time. I'm the fortunate. So he has a grandson. My son left, but he hasn't returned just yet. So maybe his son died in the war. Who knows? Very interesting stuff. Trying to really wrap my head around the lore here. So see, items like this and this off limits, because like this is a beak. An adventurer is not going to carry a beak. They're also not going to carry around a stone that makes you hate things. Boots. We got some boots here. We also have a ring. Both of these are on limits, but I don't think I want either of them. Because the thing is, when it comes to the spirits, we can only bring one because they're all rings. Although technically, like, if we're being accurate, an adventurer could have more than one ring. I just think, for the sake of interesting run building, we're not gonna do an Oberon run, you know, because like sure we could if we wanted to, but why? Like it's weak, you know, like it's weird. It just kind of goes against the spirit of the run here. That was an overall very weak shop though, not at all what I was looking for, but you know, the run's still young. Maybe this will end up being a challenge run after all, because, you know, that was a very weak shop, although it is only one shop. But we are going to be a little limited on the items that we can take. So we're going to be passing up a lot of stuff normally I would consider a lot more heavily. So it could end up being a challenge run, but that's not what I'm thinking going into this. There's one of our swords, so we can take that. I have a windscreen I want to do with overload. I've been thinking about it ever since yesterday, because like our windscreen yesterday sucked. We had no way to break it. And overload, I've never broken the windscreen in the way I want to, but there's a very excellent way you can, and that's going to be a big goal for me moving forward on the channel. But I don't know if this is the run for it. If we see overload for again when it's not next to an adventurer item, I will consider it more heavily, or maybe in the next shop. But for now, not interested. The Carleon Insignia, I can't think of many necklace items in this game that I would want over Carleon Insignia, so it's going to be really hard to get me to swap off of this. But I might do it later on. It depends if I can find the golden sword or not, because that's going to be a very good sword item for us. And then if we can keep that in Carleon Insignia, we will be able to farm some money, and obviously we want some treasure going on this run, because it's going to be a run where we need a lot of money to sustain ourselves. So, and I'm going to keep it very archetypical. So, like technically, an adventurer could have like say a whip. So if I find the golden whip, I could pick up the golden whip, but I don't think I will, because I just want it to be a very archetypical adventurers like inventory, which means I think I'm also going to avoid picking up thieves armor, even though it's technically an armor. It just like, I don't think it functions in a defensive manner like an armor is supposed to. Pauldrons are on limits, stuff like that. I think you see what I'm going for here. Just very like D&D-esque build strategy here. Speaking of, there is the standard issue Carleon armor. Excellent pickup for me. Here is a pendant. So this would get rid of the Carleon insignia if I picked it up. I don't think I will. I'm much more interested in maintaining what I have right now here. Also, I'm not interested in this bow. I would much rather have a better bow here. An axe. I think an axe and a sword is a little redundant. I think for just the sake of interesting run building, I'm going to leave that on the ground. I don't think I want it. And if I refresh, I'll have to sell something. So let's just move forward with our items as we have them now. Because, like, why would a swordsman carry a sword and a big fucking war axe, right? Like, it's supposed to be realistic, so let's keep it realistic. Just for the spirit of the run. We got out of there just in time. So the Yggdrasil fight's probably going to be a little... I'm making it a little harder on myself on purpose, which, you know, that's all well and good. I don't know why I didn't upgrade my swordsman at the... Fuck, what's her name? Why is it slipping my mind? The Arachne. There we go. Arachne or Arachne. I don't know how to pronounce it. Excusez-moi. It's a weird name, bruh. It is a weird ass name. Speaking of lore, I need to learn some more about her. Oh, I think I said this without giving it context. I do have plans to do a Skul the Hero Slayer lore video eventually. That is archetypical. Do I want this? I mean, samurai is fun. Very fun. Yeah, let's bring him. Let's use samurai. He's a swordsman, you know? Rooms might be a little bit hard for us, but I think we can get through it. And also, this is not going to be a heavy damage focus run, so I guess a bit of a weird samurai run. If it's not working, we'll swap off of it. I'm not going to force myself to use this, even if it like hurts the run. But I think we'll be fine for now. So here's something I learned about the samurai. When he gets to legendary, his in-air attack gets significantly worse, and I mean significantly worse, by a lot. So there is a bit of incentive for me not to upgrade him, but I mean, Full Moon Slash is worth it. Like it's such a small incentive, it's like barely even worth mentioning. I just thought I would bring it up. I learned it when I was doing a Jenny Sickle run with samurai, which is a really weird concept, but there's a lot of skulls that are like that actually. Swordsman as well is one of them, where his in-air attack gets just ever so slightly worse when he goes to legendary. I think it just maybe the animation or the attack speed. If you're gonna keep offering me this, I might as well fucking take it. But it's not good. It's not gonna help me. It's just a mediocre quintessence, all things considered. Look at the samurai's dash. It's pretty interesting. It's like such a short window where you can actually see, but he like turns back towards us when he's done with his dash animation. There's not a lot of the dashes in this game are very simple and straightforward. I think it's because when the game first came out, there wasn't awakening, and a lot of the skulls ended at their base form. So a lot of the skulls' base forms have much more intricate animations than their later forms. It's just kind of something you pick up on if you look at the sprites a lot. You might not even notice it if you're just playing casually. And Samurai is one of those. Berserker is one of those. Berserker has one of the most like cool dashes in the entire game. Then you have Bomber, which I think keeps its cool dash. I don't know. There's just a lot of like Alchemist is probably the worst example of skulls that get worse looking as they get as you level them and awaken them. I don't know. It's very strange. Well, I mean, I guess it's not that strange. I just explained it, or at least I think I explained it. I think that's why it is, but who knows? Maybe they just ran out of time. Moving on from that, though, I imagine we're about to enter the shop, which is pretty good. I think we high rolled a little bit here with our doors, which is always a good thing. If there's more, if the room is not next or the merchant is not, okay, yeah, it is. That would have been like a giga high roll, and I would have been so happy. But you know, we'll accept the medium roll here. We're always happy to have more doors, so we can just get more money and more resources. If you weren't aware, that is a thing in Skul the Hero Slayer. You might not notice it if you're just playing casually, but you can get more or less doors, which is a pretty bad thing at the end of the day, because ooh, a hunter. We can bring a bowman on our journey here. Let's do it, actually. And I will I mean, this is just better, right? It doesn't have courage on it, I guess, is the problem. And Fulgent Dawn is a sword, and Lunar Ring is a ring. These are pauldrons. We can pick these up if we want to, and I guess we should now that we got the archer with us here. I'm really just weighing in my head if picking up a sword with 40% but no courage on it is actually, it's not better actually. Now that I'm really just, we picked up this has courage on it, so we'll leave the solar sword there. And there's a staff if we want it, which we don't, not really. That's a sword, not a dagger. Oh, that's actually really shocking. There's some boots. We can pick these up. We will pick these up, actually. They're not... Oh, sorry about that. I'm back. Here's a necklace if we wanted to take it, but I don't think we're going to take it. Let's refresh one more time, which might have been a mistake, but I think we're fine. We can't afford anything, so I guess it was a mistake, but oh well. Is what it is. Good shop overall, though. We picked up some good items. We got the pauldrons, we got the boots. We're starting to build our inventory here. And we did pick up, like, probably what I would consider the best pauldrons. I don't think I'm going to swap off of these, especially with the hunter. Now we actually can make use of them, rather than them just being courage items that we just have because they're courage items. We can actually make good use of them. And we're starting to build our adventure party here, which is really sick. I'm so happy I found the bowman. I was really hoping I would. And here he is, so. Not just a samurai now. Now we have a bowman. So we have the swordsman and the bowman. I don't think we're going to bring a mage on this adventure, though this is a run I could do more of in the future. There's a lot of different paths you can take on a concept like this. And really now we're just going to be focusing on getting these skulls to legendary and then getting our items fixed. Bomber, we don't care. Bomber is not an archetype. I get, you know, you can really make anything an archetype, but like we're going very traditional archetypes here. So I'm sure in some tabletop RPG there's a fucking bomber class, but you know, we're going very traditional here, so. So far so good with this fight. And we also got multi-shot. I think this is multi-shot, right? Yeah, it is, okay. It's kind of hard for me to tell the difference sometimes at the start between siege shot and multi-shot, which is kind of stupid because they are very different. I just have to take a double check there. Also, good lord, mummy, please stop showing up. We don't want you. We've turned down the mummy like 3 times at this point. It's like ridiculous. I'm sorry, brother. You're not an adventurer archetype. You're just not. Here's siege shot, which is very unfortunate. I do want to swap off of that. I think I will consider it. We do have the harpy here actually, which is a great find. Multi-shot's so good, dude. I just wish we had piercing shot to go with it. That's really about it. Or stationary shot, I think would even be better. I guess piercing and multi-shot are a little redundant together. So really, multi-shot would be better. Let's pick up these bones. Getting a lot of good NPCs. Harpy early is always just awesome to see. We got the really cheap item from the what's his face. Also, why did I charge that? There's really no point. It's not worth it. Charging multi-shot is very important though. It's very good to do that. I think I would take what's it called? Mage's necklace. The one that makes your concentration very low and makes skill speed cooldown very low too. I think I would take both of those. Oh, here's some better daggers actually. Here's the black steel dagger. We'll take that and get rid of our assassin dagger. So we're really starting to pick up some power here. Elementalist blessing. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but whatever it is, we can't take it, and we wouldn't take it regardless. More daggers. Here's a cape. Wind armor. Oh, actually, that's armor. Oh, I thought this was a cape. Well then, that makes the choice a little bit harder. Thing is, we're not really going to be building towards magic damage, so I think we'll leave it there. I was a little excited to find that, which kind of makes me sad that it's not takeable. Or it is takeable, but we have to get rid of our standard issue Carleon armor, which I don't want to do, so we'll just leave it there. It all is well. I would say the armor is just better regardless for us on this run anyway. But it does remove a little bit of the damage I had in mind for this run. So, I don't know. I did want to incorporate some chase into this, but it's looking like we're not going to be able to. Maybe I'll change my mind and we'll see it again, but I feel pretty confident that I made the right choice there. We still need a bow, so we do have potential, what is it called? Cowards something bow. I really need to commit these to memory. I say this all the time. Also, there's the Misty, the spokesman of the mist. I remembered her name. I actually fucking remembered for once. And I don't think I'm going to forget it again, so... Good on me, man. I'm learning. Oh, excellent, excellent stuff. That's actually very helpful. We're going to be a little low on the damage on this run. Although it's not. Maybe I'm wrong. We're already well above the threshold, so I suppose we're not going to be, actually. a little low considering we're playing Samurai, so. However, it's still, you know, still good, so. We'll be perfectly fine. I just don't think we're gonna like be getting one-shots by the end of this run. But I guess the courage really helps. Which is why I really honestly didn't think this was gonna be a challenge run. There's just so many there's so many possibilities for getting stat build up that I just like the run building is very interesting, but I just don't think it's quite at the level of stats. This would be a skull we could bring, by the way, if I wanted to, but I'm really happy with what we have. But he's a potential future candidate for a run such as this. God, just huge shout outs to Benito for the cool idea. I can't get over how sick this is. Just having so much fun building the run in such an interesting way that I've never even considered. There's always so much little things you can do with Skul. No matter how much you play it, there's all kinds of different ways that you can just challenge yourself and change the way you build your runs, especially in new Skul the Hero Slayer. Maybe old Skul the Hero Slayer, before 1.5, it wouldn't have been as possible. But now it is. And Lyiana sisters, obviously not going to be an issue. We're really strong, at least for this point in the game. Like, normally you're not supposed to be this strong at this point, so. Well, I guess we'll even summon our hearts here. Although, like, I need to swap off of this quintessence. If I wanted to take the concept even further, I could limit my quintessences, but I don't really think there's a lot of quintessences that fit the bill when it comes to such a run. Also, goddamn, they are not done yet. That was a very high roll for the amount of times that they can jump in after you. Very weird start to the Lyiana fight here, but obviously it's still just the Lyiana sisters. They're no big deal. We're not even using our full moon slash that much, or our half moon slash, single slash. That's what it's called. We're gonna ice flower her or Nias. I still don't know if I'm saying that right. I never will know. I guess I should just assume I'm not, because I'm a dummy, and well, I guess to be completely fair to me, it's just such a weird word that, you know, I doubt most people know how to say it. Yeah, man, this is going super well. They just don't stand a chance against me. And also, like, how often I play Hunter on this channel, I hope I've convinced some people that it's a good skull. Obviously, how it's performing right now doesn't mean much, because, you know, it's, the start of the game. We're not even to Act 3, so it doesn't, we are not picking that up. No, sir. But it's the start of the game. It doesn't mean much about Hunter. How Hunter is right now is pretty insignificant. It doesn't prove anything, but I've played it so many times on this channel, even non-traditional builds where you're not building towards like crit percent or anything like that. So, you know, just hopefully some people have at least been convinced that it's not as bad as they thought. It's actually a really usable skull. You just have to get certain items or build a certain way, like most skulls, but Hunter more so, because it has such like a defined niche that it's, you know, it's the crit skull. It has like really decent natural crit percent, and you can really build off of that. But you can also do a just damage percent like concentration build with Hunter too, and have a really easy and fun skull experience. And that's kind of what this run's going to be. I don't think I'm picking up Gunpowder Sword, because it's like a weird sword. Although enchanted swords on adventures are a thing, so if I wanted to pick up the Gunpowder Sword, I could. But I'm pretty set on this sword. Unless we can find another way to get courage going, I don't know if I'm even going to swap off of the standard issue Carleon Sword. We will have to see. This is technically a hat, I think. But even though it is, I don't want it because it's not very good. Breastplate, which is that is armor, so I think I will actually take that. I will take that, actually. It's good shit, actually. Very good item, and it's a unique, and it's kind of hard to find, so I'm really happy I found it, especially this early. We can really make use of it. Here's some boots. I'll actually pick those up because we're not using excessive bleeding. These are better. And I'm going to save my money, I think. I'm not interested in the javelin, so we'll leave that there. Now we have some better boots going, and we are just getting stronger and stronger. I have to remember if I swap out early on my hunter, some of my it's really only with siege shot too, dude. Siege shot's just so fucking bad. I can't even believe how bad siege shot is. Like whenever I use it, I hate it every single time because it's like most of the hunters attack animations are really quick, but you have the one effect, siege shot, that is really slow to actually start working. And if you swap out after you activate the charging before the animation begins, it just eats your charge and you don't get anything out of it. Everything about siege shot is just bad. I honestly hope the devs take a look at it and fix it. Yeah, I don't understand why when they reformed the hunter they didn't consider looking at that at all. They looked at piercing shot, which was good. It was a good thing that they fixed piercing shot, but now they need to look at other things too. Really just that. I don't know. Hunter's in a pretty good spot. All things equal. Other than that, also we are really high on our skull shard count here too. We have enough to upgrade one of these to legendary, and it's going to be the samurai because getting full moon slash is a really big deal. So it just it's a more potent upgrade. So I will be going for it first. Also, did not mean to. I meant to charge that, even though I don't know why I meant to charge that, but. That was my plan there, and for some reason it didn't. I keep seeing the halfling. I'm not freeing her just yet. She's not helpful to me. We could technically bring the paladin. That is an archetype. Although he is a dark paladin, which is odd. Not necessarily the usual when it comes to paladins, but we will still allow for paladin to be used. I mean, mostly just because I fucking love the Dark Paladin, and it's one of my favorite skulls, and it would be excellent on this this adventure archetype run, but not on this run. We're pretty set with our skulls. I'm very happy with both of them. A little multi-shot action. We're doing really well with handling crowds. I'm a little shocked because I didn't allow myself to bring the piercing armor, so or the thieves armor. I meant piercing armor. Give me a break. And I was worried that crowds would be a little hard. Obviously, like I said, we're not into Act 4 just yet, but so far so good. This adventure fight will be a good test for us. I feel like we're strong, though. Our damage percent is certainly a testament to that. Let's try and take out the cleric real quick. Get her first. Watch out for the bow over there. If we could get both of these two in a slash here, in a single slash, there we go. Good stuff. Now let's try and stop her from ulting at all costs, and also him too. We did get both of them. And she's dead, so now we don't have to really worry about anything. I would say from here it's free. That's usually how it goes with the cleric adventurer fights. She's like the most annoying of all of them. And if you can deal with her, you can deal with all of them. There we go. If we can get a legendary here, that would be sick. Ooh, a ring. Well, it's the lunar ring. Don't quite care for it. We would have to get rid of our Ring of Wind, and although that is on the chopping block, it's not quite also I saw overload there at the last second. God damn it. I want to bring that along so badly for a windscreen break, but we also have Samurai here for the ultimate windscreen break, so I guess we can just do that. Sorry, taking a sip of tea. Full Moon Slash is now active. Obviously an excellent ability for us to have. How do we have so much money, by the way? Is it because we've high-rolled doors? I haven't been paying enough attention to that. But we have, like, well over the average. And I mean well over the average. So, normally about right now, I would be complaining about how we don't have enough money. Oh, shit. How did these get... Okay, they're not really active. It's like a visual glitch that happens sometimes. Really weird stuff. I don't understand it. But sometimes they'll like fake being activated, and then you come over and they're just still chilling, waiting for you. Might have something to do with them being hit by something off screen or something. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. They weren't real, so we got through it just fine. Used to I would skip this room, but these days I just kind of fight everyone I can just for all the money I can get. I'm that much of a min-maxer. It's very important to me to get all of the money. You know, just gotta get all I can, man. I just want as much opportunity to search through items in stores as possible. Once we get past the The Act 3 Part 2 shop, I'll probably start taking some item rooms, although item rooms, especially on this run, are going to be significantly weaker because we just don't have, like, most of the items we're going to find in chests are not going to be takeable. So it's very limited amount of stuff that we can actually pick up. Moving on out of here. I'm holding on to my Full Moon Slash for the Chimera fight. Also, yeah, dude, we have absolutely high rolled doors like crazy. This is kind of an insane high roll. Maybe the maximum amount of doors. Very interesting. This is also a room we could skip if we wanted to, but we're not going to. Or maybe we could skip it. I don't know how we exactly get up there, but if you want to get up there and skip this treadmill area here, you can. It's very good, but we're not doing it. Let me out. The Samurai swap is like really low-key underrated. Most of what the Samurai does is very weak damage overall, except for his boss killing like Full Moon Slash. But his like basics are like really weak. But that's actually like significantly strong when you use that. Now here's a necklace I could maybe get behind. You know, this is probably also contributing a lot to our money count here. Though, I don't even know if at this point I would swap off of this to get... Yeah, I'm going to take this, even though we're not doing in-air attacks that much. It's a little on the chopping block. I think this is a belt. Yeah, it is a belt. We could pick this up. What do we have in terms of... Could get Masterpiece 3. I guess I'll pick it up. We don't have a belt, so might as well. Here's a staff. We're not bringing staffs. We're not bringing axes. We could pick up the ogre here. If I wanted to, I'd have to sell something, which I don't think I will. We're close to Masterpiece, which is why I picked this up. Otherwise, this item's kind of mediocre. Gives you 9% damage boost against, like, bosses, which, you know, if you're in a room with, like, barely any enemies in it, it just kind of blows. Really doesn't feel good. But for now, it's going to be serving us. Oh, shit! I did not mean to do that. Fuck. Damn it. I was really trying not to be out with my freaking Samurai as much as possible, and just because I knew I would eventually end up doing that. So now we don't have Full Moon Slash for the Chimera, which is unfortunate. But not super big of a deal. Just annoying more than anything. Like, we're not going to struggle against the Chimera. Just, I really wanted to fucking Full Moon Slasher. R.I.P. the dream. It's all my fault, just for being an absent-minded fool. But all is still well. We're perfectly fine. I don't think we're going to get our legendary before we get out of Act 3, unfortunately. We're going to have to take this unique bowman into the 4th act. Yeah. Because this is almost certainly the last room before we fight the Chimera. There's almost no shot. If we can get the NPC guy in here to sell us a skeleton, or a skull, I mean, then maybe we can get there, but it's not looking like he's in here. I think normally he'd be here, so. We missed him, and if there's another room after this, I would literally be floored. We found so many. Also, god damn it, why do I keep doing that? We really need to swap off of that skill, man. It's so bad. God, look at that swap, bruh. It's so good. Like, I can't get over it. Really, honestly, when you're playing Samurai, it makes sense to swap a lot, like, as often as possible. Also, can we please kill him? Thank you. We almost got summoned on, but not just quite. Okay, yeah, I'm betting money. This is Chimera. Yep. We might get the Full Moon Slasher in the middle of the fight, but it's not really all that worth it. All is still well, though. We only need a little more shards to upgrade our bow. We're just gonna have to fight the Act 4 Adventurer with a normal, unique bow. Which is no big deal. We're perfectly fine. Well, we're more than perfectly fine. This is just a very strong run in general. Get the single slash going there. Here's a fight where it actually does make sense to charge our fuck, what is it called? Siege shot. Yeah, it makes sense to just charge it here just because she's so big that we can hit her very easily with all of these arrows. But she's like the one exception where it's like you actually want to be doing that. Like most fights, it's so bad to charge Siege Shot. It gets even worse at Legendary. I just can't get over how bad of a move Siege Shot actually is. Thankfully, the Archer has lots of tools otherwise. The swap on Archer especially so is very good, which I don't think enough people give credit to for the Archer. The swap is just very strong. Chimera's Fang, which is not an adventurer item, so we can't bring it. A little unfortunate, but all is still well. We got the early courage going, so like really we're just like we're cruising in terms of our damage percent, which is very lucky. Yeah, we can't upgrade Arachnia, unfortunately. Sucks to suck. But this is a very smooth adventurer run so far. Or the realistic inventory challenge or run. Not really a challenge so far. But still just awesome nonetheless. We don't have 9 item slots, and this is just how strong we are. Like, there's so much you can do. Maybe a mage run would be a little bit harder. Because mage items are, like magic items are a little more abstract than physical items. At least some of them are. Let's summon our okay, that's gonna happen a lot. And I mean a lot. I'm such a fucking klutz, bro. It just, some things never change. As many videos as I make on this game, I will always be a klutz. Through and through. Let's see if we can single slash both of these fools. Not fully charged up, but oh shit, did you see that shit, man? That was like some Super Smash Brothers shit, man. Absolutely fucking, yo, ledge grabbing and saving my life. These guys are a bit of a pest, though. How do I deal with these guys? Come on, die, please. Thank you. I don't know why that was so hard. Look how many fucking orbs we took to the face. Took way more damage there than I normally do. And we knocked him into the void. For some reason, I thought he was coming back up. I thought I heard him, but he died. Fuck him. R.I.P. Bozo. Moving on. Let's see if we can see if this is the X. Nope, there's still more rooms. So once again, we are high rolling. This is why I think, personally, I'm not convinced that the RNG checks at the start of every new act, like that data miner told me. I think it's pretty consistent, although, like, maybe I don't know. I just want someone else to check as well. I think if it's possible that that person was right when they told me they were reading the code right, but it's also possible the code doesn't work the way the devs intended. Like it's broken or something. Because it really just feels very consistent when you high roll rooms for the rest of the game. Also, I shouldn't hold on to this full moon slash too long. Maybe that wasn't the right time to use it, but holding on to your full moon slash is like an easy mistake to make as a samurai player, because like if obviously you want to use it on a boss, but like just sitting there holding on to such a powerful move and never using one of your stronger abilities and completely locking it off to being used against normal enemies, which single slash is still a very good ability to have, and you're completely cucking yourself from using it if you just sit there and hold on to full moon slash. So always keep that in mind. Just be cautious of making mistakes like that playing samurai. Hopefully I get a unique here, but I'm not betting on it. Nope, we did actually. Sweet. That's awesome. So now we're set. There's Thief's Armor. We're not going to take it. This, unfortunately, god damn it, we can't take it. And also, I will take this. So refresh. We could take this if I wanted to. It would give me chase, I think. Over this, though I think this is better still. The just potential to make this strong is much higher. Here's more pauldrons if we so chose. Here's a cudgel. Looks like a sword to me, but I guess it's not. Weak shop, we're not going to take any of that. We did get the flame dragon though, which is an excellent quintessence. So good pickup. This is going to help us a lot dealing with these rooms. We still need to fill out our item slots though, so from here on out, it's completely focusing on items and making that stronger. I'm gonna go ahead and Flame Dragon here. Flame Dragon is so good. For some reason, I've seen people like say it's bad. You're wrong. It's not. I honestly cannot fathom how anyone could come to that conclusion. It's such a good quintessence. One of the better just pure damage quintessences, if not just top tier. Obviously, there's Orc and Troll. And this is what I've said in the past. I am not a fan of Orc. I am not a fan of Troll. I think they're very... they kind of blind the community to the overall potential of quintessences, and people get like tunnel vision on just like damage modifying quintessences, and that drives them to say stuff like, well, Flame Dragon's not good because, you know, I can't use it to make myself insta one-shot a boss. And it's like, well, bossing isn't the only aspect of Skul the Hero Slayer. You have to understand. That is actually a hat. And I will pick it up as if it were a hat. That gives me Masterpiece 3. So, I guess this is our full inventory for now. I think I will try and swap off of it. I'm not the biggest fan of Masterpiece 3. I think it's a little weird. It's a little hard to use. But, you know, we'll make the most use of it as we can for now. We are doing a lot of crits, so we can make very good use of that item. Single slash that fool. Dude, we are about to get so much stronger once we upgrade the hunter here to legendary. It's just gonna be so much better. The only thing that I want from this hunter moving forward is to swap off of this horrible skill. That's literally it, and then we'll be so set. Excellent stuff. That's the power of the hunter swap. We didn't even have to look at those guys. They just died off screen. We also need to swap off of this, I believe. We're not using soar. We're not using in-air attacks, really. So, we just need to find a better way to proc the, or fill that inventory slot with something that's actually going to help me. Sometimes there's an NPC at the bottom of the screen. I'm really hoping that we see one of the ability change NPCs down here. We found most of the non-ability change NPCs, so there's not a lot left that we could find that are not going to change our ability. But there's a few, and I really don't want to see them. So, and there's nothing, so even worse. Even worse. I almost full moon slashed there. Thank God I saw it. It would have sucked to use that too early. Now it's adventurer time. No mage is all I ask, though she wouldn't be too bad here. Maybe she would even be okay because we have full moon slash ready to go, but I just hate her, so. Oh, even worse. Honestly, I despise him even more, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. I do not like the warrior adventurer at all. I think he's like one of the most slept on tougher heroes. That was a good full moon slash, and it didn't even take most of his HP away. Like, he's a pest. He has so much HP. Also, did you see him get stunned there? He got stunned and with the trap that the hunter left behind, and let's see if we can get him here. Yeah. And he got frozen in his attack animation. It might happen here. Okay. He barely dodged getting stunned there. And then he still, when he got unstunned, finished his animation. God, he's such a pest. He did it there too. Stun is just kind of whack, bro. The devs really were like too scared to make stun or freeze too strong. And because of that fear, they made them too weak. Stuff like that should not be a thing. At all. Good warrior fight though, overall. Mane of the Beast King is also technically a hat. I don't quite think it's better than the Crown of Thorns. I do want to get to a more traditional hat, I think. But, like, I don't feel bad about picking up the Crown of Thorns, because it is a hat. You know, it does go upon your head. But I guess it kind of breaks the rule of, like Thieves' Armor being not... Like, why would an adventurer walk around with a Crown of Thorns? So, I do feel a little bad about it, but not too bad about it. How many traditional hats even are there in Skul the Hero Slayer? I don't think there's that many. I can't even think of any right now. I'm sure there are. I'm not saying there aren't. I'm just saying I can't think of one off the top of my head. And it did give me Masterpiece, which is just like the cream on top of picking it up. Multi-shot now, if you are for some reason unfamiliar with how powerful multi-shot is on our friend the Hunter here, especially at Legendary, it just pops right the fuck off, as well as the Hunter's swap too. Siege shot gets worse at Legendary, shockingly enough. I think it still does more damage than a unique uncharged siege shot, but the effect is just horrible because it spreads the arrows out even further. They were already hard enough to hit enemies with at unique, and now it's even harder. So really just nothing nice to say about this ability at all, but it's looking more and more like we're stuck with it, so very unfortunate. And if I swap off of it now, I run the risk of just finding another ability that's just as bad that I can't fix. So I'm a little scared even to swap off of it if we get the chance. I probably will still try. I might try and save some money in this shop just in case. But yeah, I need to be cautious. God, Hunter swap is so good, bro. Oh shit, I did not see him survive. That fucking blows. That's such stupid damage to take. Also, I should not have a single slash to there, but it doesn't matter. Oh, why did I do that? I meant to charge this. Multi-shot is the good ability. I need to, maybe I should remap them. But, I think we're fine. Sir, please. I hate these, orb pedestals. They're so annoying. Damn, okay. Flame Dragon absolutely carrying, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. People underestimate it, and I don't know why. It's like a bomb that you can just lay down, like, once per room, and it does so much for you. NPC, who is it? Oh, well, I mean, I'm happy to see her, but I'm not, I could be a little happier to see a different NPC. But she's still a great NPC to find this late in the game. Might save us some money in the shop, though she also might give us like a shitty, useless heal that doesn't help us at all. Like the basic one basically doesn't save me anything because then I'll still have to heal at the shop. If I get even the second tier, I might be able to justify not using the shop heal, which the shop is right there. You can see the corner of it. I'm just happy that this run is going so smoothly so far. We have really good DPS. I don't even think we had Masterpiece active there. Our DPS when we're in the air is, wait, was our DPS on the ground? Oh, it's significantly worse actually. That was with the 70% from Rosary, so we're actually just barely above the threshold of what I like to talk about when I say like easy first hero kills at a certain threshold of damage. We're just above it. It's like usually 300 to 350% is what I like to say. Really depending on what skull you're playing. Some skulls can operate a lot better at lower damages than others. But both of these skulls are pretty good at operating at slightly low damages because full moon slash, also single slash. There's a lot of things you can do. Although breaking open crates like that is really annoying. Oh shit, she gave me the ultimate Giga Heal, dude. Dear my friend, the first time I think I've seen this in a video, and I'm not even joking. In all of my recordings, I think that's the first time I've seen it. Though maybe there's one other instance. Fatal Sword is interesting. But I'm sticking to my guns. I'm sticking to the standard issue Carleon. Though this is not a bad sword at all. Just not quite what we're looking for. This normally I would be very happy to see. It's a ring. Don't get it twisted. This is a ring. It looks like a pendant. It's not. But either way, we're not interested. This is a sword, but we're not going to take it. Too late for Kyrian. That is an arrow that can fill the bow slot. I think I'll actually take that over the rosary pendant. That wasn't helping me at all, really. Some boots. We already got some good boots. Don't need that. I don't know what this is, but either way, I don't think it... Maybe it's a gauntlet. I actually don't know. Also, we are at full HP, so we don't have to focus on that. Succubus would be interesting, but Flame Dragon's better for this run. Though, it really, honestly, Succubus is so good that it's absolutely worth considering picking it up on a physical run. Like, straight up. It's just that good. Also, we have Brawl now. I didn't even realize we were getting Brawl with that pickup. Interesting stuff. I don't know if it's good, but it's interesting. Okay, this is also... Actually, he's unusable. Actually, we can't use whatever he picks up, whatever he drops, because it's a duplicate. And we can't have more than one of each item type, but we'll still use them and just take the money. Let's see how lucky would we have gotten here. Fairly lucky. That would have been an excellent addition, but, you know, for the spirit of the run, we're not going to do it. But it would have been fucking sick, because then we would have had even better concentration and even more damage. Still kind of hoping for Mage's neck. God, why am I forgetting this item? It's one of my favorite items. It's like the one that makes concentration really quick. It's a very powerful concentration item, and it's just a good item in general. It has so many effects attached to it that you can just do so much with it. Let's swap. Swapping on the samurai, I have so much respect for it. It's not even something I really like considered when I was like ranking the samurai in my tier list. I didn't even think like about his swap, but it really is just really, really good. Shockingly so. And you should swap with the that's a scabbard, so useless. You should swap as the samurai as much as possible, because his without single slash, and I'm kind of doing what I preached against earlier, where like you shouldn't hold on to single slash for too long, or full moon slash. But I do want to have a very easy Joan phase 2, so I'm gonna hold on to it that long. Also, this is very last minute, but we will still use her. I do have quite a bit of money to refresh a multiple amount of times, so I don't get fucked over. Oh god, why'd I do that? Oh my god, it's just a force of habit. I wasn't even thinking. Damn it. Well, now we're never gonna get the full moon slash a boss, because I'm saving my full moon slash to break the windscreen. So, you know, oops is all I can really say about that. What do we get? 2. Okay, that's just an upgrade. Sadly, we lost multi-shot, but piercing shot and stationary shot are just better. So we'll take them. Keep our money for the next shop. Maybe we'll get something cool. Let's see how this Joan fight goes. Alrighty. Good stuff so far in this run. I've just thoroughly enjoyed this. Even more than I thought I would, because I love the concept right from the start, but this is so fucking fun. Can't wait to do it again in the future. Do a more magic bent focus. Okay, we need to move. Holy shit, you cannot... When you see her raise her staff up like that, fucking run, because you need to be very respectful of how powerful that move is from her. It does so much damage if you get caught in it. It's just a nightmare. Let's continue to single slash this pedestal. We'll switch here. Yeah, that should kill it. Also kill those. Let's do it from here. So be mindful of what she's doing there. She can fucking fuck your shit up so easily. There we go. So sadly, no full moon slash against Joan phase 2. I don't think we're gonna struggle regardless. But like I said, we're not gonna get the full moon slash any bosses, because I'm way more concerned about breaking the windscreen than full moon slashing the first hero. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. You can't stop me from breaking the windscreen. You never ever will be able to. So if it frustrates you, I'm sorry, super duper sorry. I promise I am. But that is, to validate this run, I have to break the windscreen. I just have to. Let's not lose stupid amounts of HP here for no reason. Please, I hate the fucking tentacles so much. Also, I just hate Joan. What can I say? I fucking hate Joan so much. She's just the worst. Everything about this fight is just so nasty. I can't believe it took me so long to join team I hate Joan. Like, that she's just the worst boss fight in the game by far. Like, really by far. The first hero is so much easier than Joan for almost every single time you encounter him. Like, there's some instances where Joan is less scary than the first hero. Like, technically the Harpy run, the first hero is more scary, because I don't use the Harpy in this fight. But like, there's just not a lot of scenarios I can think of where I'm more scared of the first hero than I am of Joan. We're almost out of here though. God, we took so much. I fucking hate her, dude. She's so awful. We're through it though. I guess we'll have to heal at the shop. Kind of sucks, unless we get a... Ooh, we did get a big HP number here. That is... Actually, I don't think this is a glove. It's too big to be a glove, so I'm not going to actually treat it like a glove. We'll leave it. And I don't even think it would be that good. We don't have antique or HP modification, so... Oh, no, we do have antique. No, we don't, actually. That's not antique. None of this is antique. Okay, well, it is what it is. Don't have to deal with Arachne. I'm going to start saying Arachne. It sounds better. I don't care if it's wrong. It just sounds so much better. Dude, this explosive arrow low-key kind of like popping off. I'm kind of shocked, actually. Explosive arrow, for some reason, keeps getting the shaft from Southpaw, and they're really scared of making it good, but they're not scared of like how overpowered and overwhelming Gunpowder Sword is. Doesn't make any sense to me. It's just a very strange thing that they always do. But yeah, Explosive Sword, still good, just a little weird. Got a couple more refreshes. I should not refresh from here. Let's buy the food. So this is our kit, I suppose. It's a very good kit. I just kind of wish this was more of a hat. But, like, I still can't really think of any just raw hats in Skul the Hero Slayer. So I suppose it's not a big deal either way. I'll have to look at the equipment list when I finish this run and just have a look through and see. Maybe I'll further refine it, but I think we did a really good job sticking mostly to the confinements of the realistic inventory. We got our ring, our sword, our pauldrons, our dagger, our armor, our boots, our arrows. We didn't get a bow though, but we already have a bow on this guy. Though I suppose this also counts as the bow. And our belt and our hat. So there's the realistic inventory challenge in all of its glory. Though I guess it's not a challenge. It's not going to be a challenge video. It's just going to be a very interesting way to build a run. It's just not hard. It wasn't difficult at any point for me to really make this work. I really should do a Brawl 4 video soon. It's an inscription I haven't played around with yet on the channel. And I don't know, maybe I'm not the biggest fan of it, but maybe that's a little harsh. It doesn't seem bad. It seems fairly decent. It's certainly done a decent amount for me on this run so far. So let's see what the first hero has in store for us. But I'm not worried about this at all. Oh, I got stretch. Can't stop me, won't stop me. Gotta get that stretch out. We're going to not be able to use our single slash very much in this boss fight, so it's really going to be a Hunter boss fight. And the reason for that will become apparent later on once I break the windscreen. And I will break the windscreen. You can't stop me. I'm sorry. I know there's some real, probably sad boy Samurai fans who wanted to see Full Moon Slash pop off. We just don't have enough time to charge it again. It's really my fault. I'm sorry. I really actually am sorry. I'm kind of making a joke of it, but I fucked up and used it in all the wrong places. I was trying to save it for Joan, but I just had a brain fart and fucked it up. But I do already have a really good samurai build on this channel if you want to see it. Go look it up. It's like the quintessential, typical, archetypical samurai build. Yeah, so this is just more of a niche kind of thing here. And the samurai wouldn't be popping off that hard anyway. We're only at 425%. So let's charge this up. I really should actually charge up stationary shot, to be honest. But it's all good. Let's get our oh, he's not even standing in it. Oh no, he's in it. Never mind. He's like barely in it. He tried to grab me there, but he was a little too slow. Let's stand back here, charge this up. We can pelt him like crazy here. Deal a shit ton of damage to him. Well, I guess not a shit ton. That didn't do that much. Shockingly enough, we ended up with a fairly decent amount of inscriptions to like raise our damage percent up here. Like there's a lot of things that lined up really well for us. Like the Masterpiece, which is, I'm really shocked that we actually were able to build towards Masterpiece. This also caused me to use some items I normally never would. I'm not a fan of the Fighter Belt. I think it's a weak item. I think the effect kind of sucks. But I did bring it along for this run, which is not something I would normally do. We're going to hold off on using our Flame Dragon here. We're going to wait till he's in the Hell Cage. If we used it there, he would have jumped up in the air. Now we'll use it and absolutely deal a shit ton of damage. Oh no, he's invincible. God damn it. I hate that shit. That's like a new thing they added in 1.5 that I'm still getting used to as a player. That never quite hasn't quite stuck with me in the way it should just yet. Well, stationary shot him here. Man, dude, we are owning. And we're not even using full moon slash. You know, that's just how it is, man. That's how it goes with this run. Oh, that was weird. He usually doesn't just stand there like that for no reason. There we go. Pretty quick overall, I would say, adventure. Obviously not like, you know, we're not like killing him in like 2 seconds like, you know, some runs do, but that was like simple and easy. Got him before he could do his second phase of jumping around and swinging a sword, so I would consider that a success. I hit him with the flame dragon here. Come back over here, you freaking jerk. Oh, we're not gonna lose our life here. I refuse. Oh, that is a good ass hyper beam, dude. That was like a fucking giga hyper beam, man. He had every opportunity to fuck me over there. Hit him with this. He should die here. There we go. Awesome stuff. GG's, man. What an awesome run. Just so fun. Very unique way to build. And also, we're gonna get a fucking insanely good windscreen here. If you haven't seen it before, you're in for a treat. You might have seen it if you watched my other samurai video, but full moon slash is very interesting in the way it works. It's a really long animation, and the game wants you to complete the animation no matter what. So if you jump off, activate your full moon slash, and fall down, the game keeps going, and you come down here, and you fall all the way down to the bottom, where if you ever have done the int swap off the windscreen, you know about getting down here, you know what's down here. You can do the same thing with Samurai, but you just slowly fall with your full moon slash. If we didn't have the shield here, he would be a completely black silhouette. The only way you'd be able to see him would be through his like little cloak down here. GG's, great windscreen, great run. What else can I say about this? What an awesome idea. Shout outs once more to Benito for coming up with that. Very cool stuff. I do have other interesting ways to build runs that have been suggested to me. I don't want to wear it out too much. Like, you know, just like every other run is like a weird situation run where it's like I have like limits set on me where I can't take X or Y items. I think that would get old and people would it would quickly lose its like appeal. But if you do it every once in a while, it's very fun and interesting. The realistic inventory challenge, I do need to check for hat items just to see, make sure I didn't like kind of break the spirit of the run here. But everything else I have here is very within like the realm of what you would see on an adventurer. So yeah, very awesome stuff, man. Just so fun. I'm very happy I got to show this off to you guys. Try it yourself. You'll have a good time, I promise. Especially if you're a veteran player, if you're a newer player and you're still figuring out Skul the Hero Slayer, it might be a little hard on you to set limits for yourself like that. But older players, absolutely try it out. You will have so much fun. And that's really all I have to say. Thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you. And I know there's probably people who just forward to the end to watch like the first hero fight and then maybe hear this. I don't know. But I appreciate you too. And literally anyone who watches my videos in any capacity. You're awesome. Thank you. And it's why I do it. And I love doing it. And I'm so happy the channel is doing well. Thank you. Can't say it enough. And I will see you again in the next one. Hopefully we'll have an interesting run just like this. So see you then. Oh, end screen coming up soon. I've mentioned it in a previous video. I'm working on it. I'm going to have like a outro screen. It's going to be sick. You'll love it. It's coming soon when I'm done with it. And yeah, just wanted to say that. Done rambling. See ya in the next one.